Well, hello. So, today, we're going to tackle this little guy. We found ourselves a new steering wheel. So, we're going to get rid of this old unit and put on this new fancy unit. Got it from Serialnine, one of their new Arcadia ones. It's pretty cool. And then, of course, a hub for it as well. Check this thing out. It's pretty cool packaging. Put a little carrying bag. Gentle, gentle. Check that out. Alright. This thing's pretty sweet. Look at that little guy. Nice titanium hardware for it. It's multicolors to match it. Some blue and some green. So it looks sweet. Hey, look at that. Focus. Come on. You got this. Number 20 of 200. Well, that's pretty neat. Seems got some designs on the back side too. Looks cool. We got a nice little button for it. Well, that little guy too. Got some wiring and some stuff. We got a short hub here. Just some bits. Look at that guy. That should work out alright. What do we got in here? A little ring. Oh, plug in for the horn connector, I think. Island head. Some more hardware that I probably won't be using. Well, yeah. Probably don't need that stuff since we got these guys here. Oh, and then we got something that looks like a resistor for the airbag, I think. That's a lot of wires. A couple wires here. We'll have to see what those are all for. See what I got to do with those. Yeah, 2 ohm resistor. Okay, cool. What we got there? We'll cover for it. Should do the trick. Well, yeah, when we get started on this little guy, I have to pull the steering wheel off first. You got to get in there. There's right down under. Where is it? Where the frick is the hole? Oh, there it is. Probably can't see without a light. But right up in there, there's some Torx. One on each side. Pull up this airbag, and then yeah, there'll be some connections under there for the clock spring and whatnot. Rip that all out. We'll reef this guy off of here and get the next one set up. We're already nice and level, so should be easy. As long as we get it back in the right spot, we'll be good to go. First, we're gonna get this disconnected. Now this old guy. Little wrenchy wrench. Pop you off. Alright, now that we got that off, we can hop back in here and pull off y'all's steering wheel. But I think I'm gonna put a light up here first. It's a little dark inside of there, so I'll get this thing all hooked up. Kind of like this. And over here, open the door. Kind of like so, maybe. Sure. We'll try this out. Across like that. How does that work? Oh, look at that. There's a nice light. That'll do. Oh. Try not to close the door on it. That'd be a great idea. Get you out of my way. That's a little bit better. We can kind of see what the hell's going on here. You can kind of see in here now. Oh, there's that. I can kind of see the hole. So I'll go in there with some Torx. Came with a little tool, but hopefully these guys will do the trick. Let's see here. See if we can get a good angle at this too. Yeah. Where the heck is it? This one too big? That's a T30, so get up in there with this guy. And spin it out as much as you can. Those things are always a bit of a bitch. They always like to get caught up in there. Same thing on this side. Oh, look at that first try. Usually takes a little bit because it's not quite in on a straight or a 45. It's a little bit of a weird angle. So yeah, goes out and hopefully you can wiggle this guy out of here. Might need to hook on there a bit. Do 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 do. Come on now. Come on now. See these little clips here. I gotta hold the bolts in place. We might have to come back in a second after I figure out how the heck to get these bolts out just that little bit more, because they're right there. But there's these tiny little clips. Sometimes if you get the right angle on it, you can kind of pop them past it. But they're not agreeing right now. How'd that one work? Heck. Alright, we'll be back. So, just need 2 hands for it. Got her popped off. Look at that. Easy peasy. So, that'll be that one connector for our horn. But I see, okay, yeah, it's going to have a longer dongle. Longer dangle for the dongle. Our specialty clip here for the airbag. Hopefully we don't die when we disconnect. Oh, look at that. We're good. Bye-bye. Put you over there for now. Got our center nut. And pull that off. We can leave that on for now. One thing we got to make sure is you can kind of see inside there. There's a bit of an arrow for the clock spring. That guy down in there. Make sure that's still pointing up. Make sure he doesn't spin out of ways, because there's literally a winding of wire that wraps around, and if you go too far one way, if you get it wrapped around, you can break that, and then you got no continuity through any of these, and then you got a bunch of lights on, and ain't nobody got time for all those lights, you know? So we'll get this guy off here in a second. What's that? Looks like a 19 mil, I think. Put that on the old impact and see what we can do. Oh, we got over here on there, an old mill. Let's check the socket size first. There's 19. Yeah. Kind of feels maybe like an 18, but yeah, well. Definitely not 17, so, well, only brought my 17 into my 19 mil, so we're going to have to make that all work. Got that guy on there. Yep, on there. Yeah. You know, you always got to double check the trigger. Make sure she still works. Do, 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 do. Couple little. Didn't even try. I don't even think I heard a nugget. It just went. Whoop. A little. Whoop. Don't lose that. We'll see how she's gonna come off here. Is it gonna work nice and easily? I don't know. Yeah. Here, we'll try that. Hopefully I don't hit the camera with this. Oh, easy peasy. Was this thing even like held on? Like, what the hell? Why did that come off? Like, that came off way too easy. See this little guy? Ooh, yeah, don't do that. It's got a top. Make sure it stays pointed up. For some reason, I guess this is seeming like a tutorial, but it's not really a tutorial. I'm just kind of going about it. Gross. Well, clean that off first, because that's kind of dirty from, you know, however many years of gunk built up in between there that nobody probably ever cleaned. Oh, by the way, this is my 1999 Toyota Altezza. She's a bit rough around the edges, like the paint's kind of fucked. Don't mind my swearing. But like, I've been messing around with it. We got some nice little linkies on here. Little intake. A little header action. And I got like the mid pipe from like a starred mid pipe. That's the HKS header, HKS intake. Oh, excuse me. And at the back, we got an HKS cylinder muffler as well. I think pretty sweet. It's a fun little car. That's my STI as well. One of the sparklers is going to be going in here. Going in right about there once I get the seat bracket for it. But yeah, we'll go from there. It's getting there. It's a little bit better. You know, it showed up pretty rough. Nice floor mats that I got in there now. Put in a new shift boot and a new e-brake boot as well. Got a new deck coming for it so we can actually have a radio that works. Because in old JDM fashion, well, their radio stations only go up to like 87 or something like that. So that doesn't do shit for me. Let's see here. That's pretty deep, hey? I might need an extension for that. We'll see. What's up? Oh, look. I don't know if you can see that. It says right there, it says top. It's got a little arrow. So we'll try that out. I assume that's the way it's got to go. Do. Top hole. Line it up like so. Oh, that's kind of nice. Lots of room around here. I like that. I don't think we're going to be able to get... Oh. Eat. Well, you always know, gotta make sure I can get her started right, because you don't want to cross with that. This cross thread is a bad time. They always say, toit is toit. Don't matter if it's cross-threaded. Yes, it matters if it's cross-threaded. So, we're going to grab one of these little guys and try to help us thread it on. Right now, I don't know, doesn't seem quite right. We thread it on like that. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice and threaded in there. No cross-threading. So we're going to, hopefully here, we're going to grab a wrench. Let's see what we got here. Oh, not that drawer. Not that drawer. That's something. How about you 19? You're 19. Ah! Whoa-ha-ha! So, make sure you get this thing on here nice and tight. Yep, that's turning. So, what we might do is put the steering wheel on temporarily so we can get this thing nice and tight. So you don't want that coming off. Wheel comes off. Ah, smash, smash. You know? So, we'll grab this here real temporarily like. Put those in there. That way we don't lose them. Oh look, they even come with a little alley head. Oh, look at that. So we'll grab the dark ones first. Those in here. Kind of like that, so that the steering wheel does. I can hold. Oh, hey, look, we're in locking now. That helps too. Back in here. Coming in like this. Click! Yeah! Hell yeah. There we go. That shouldn't go anywhere too far now. Where did I put that tool? There it is. There it is. In my lap. Just in my lap. Now, we'll pull this back off. Oh, there you go. Well, put the steering wheel down for now. Oop. Drop the hardware for sure, you know. We just put it down here for now. Alright, so we'll have a thing for this. We got a thing for this. I assume the wire's going to have to come through here so we can go to the horn. And we'll see what else we got to do here. Let's see, there's the horn. Yep. These little guys, we should bring that in there. Got a couple of tabs on that. Don't really think it matters. I think it just completes the circuit, so shouldn't be too big of a deal. Put you down there for now. I'm done. Let's look at these Japanese instructions and see if we can decipher what's going on. Well, we did that. Oh, we didn't do that, but it doesn't matter because figured it out. It wants us to put tape. Psh, who needs tape? Just don't let it turn. Just don't let it turn. No, none of that matters. Yeah, we did that. I'm not entirely sure. It's something about, I don't know, hooking those two wires to that thing. Something like that. I think. Something like this. Hook some wires in. It doesn't. This is where understanding Japanese would really benefit me. You might have to reference something. Or have a Google Translate happening, you know. For now, we got this guy. Pretty sure that probably has to go on the horn as well. So that'll go on the horn and that'll go on the horn, I think. I don't know where this has got to ground to. We'll have to figure that out in a second. So we'll take this guy. Since I know where this has got to go. And that'll go in there. And like something like that. Well, that guy. Through that little hole. This guy soon will hang out here. We've got 2 pins for the obviously 2 wires. We just need to figure out what resistances we got to use because, well, I assume it's I don't know. Are they paired together? So it's meant to act as 2. I'm just got to pause them on the ground, or do you go this pause on that ground, that one? What do I do? Because these pictures aren't super. I was kind of hoping the pictures would tell me what to do. But those are 2 white, those are 2 red, so which one's the red? Are the blacks, you know, they're grounds? The reds are red, so both reds go together? Well, we're going to pull out the old Google Translate and see what the heck I got to do to this. But we'll see. But we'll be back in a bit. Alrighty, so after some Google translating, we found out that these red pins and these black pins, the difference is the thickness of them. So these guys are a little bit thinner, those are a little bit thicker. This is somewhere in here. So Tape off these guys so that they don't touch anything, and then we'll show those in our eyebar connector, and should be good to go. I need 2 hands. I need both hands for that, because I can hold this with my mouth, I guess. Nah, we'll just heck and do it. Alright, so got this thing all taped up. I'm going to be using those little pins there. Toss that in there. This guy on there. According to some instructions I was watching from Serialnine boys when they installed Ryan's steering wheel, we didn't actually use that. So hopefully we don't need to use about there for the horn. But the horn doesn't work anyways, so you know, we can fix that another time if we need to. Should probably have working horn, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, let's finish this thing off because we're almost there. So the last few finishing touches on it. This guy here, slide over that in a second. We'll get these guys fitted in there. Excuse me. Toss out there on this for a quick second. Come on, mate. Do. Kind of like so. All like that. Just fitting there pretty snug. I may tape this up so it don't go anywhere. That way you can kind of hide out in here without any issue. Do. Alright. That should stop it from really kind of going anywhere. Then you take the razor blade, you slice it. Now most people will just pull and rip and tear, and well, then you just stretch it out. This, you get a nice clean cut line on it. Like that. You just swish it down, and it doesn't fucking fray or do anything weird. It looks nice and clean. Kinda, sorta. Better than it was. Probably as best it'll ever be. I don't really want to knock it around too much. I wonder if I got a zip tie somewhere I can use on that. Probably somewhere. There might have been one in the packaging over here. I thought I saw. Ha ha ha! Look at that! Oh, this is a tiny little one. Nice though. We can get this thing secured to the column, not flopping all over the place. I wonder if that's what it's for. We'll see. I'll do something like that. Oh, something kind of like that. Secure it on there, so at least it shouldn't flop around too much. We'll just quickly get that zip tie. Ta-da! Alright, so next we're gonna put this guy on here. One facing up, one facing down. Probably facing down, I think. Oh, that's coming off. I don't want that to happen. Come on now. Get on there. Get on there. Something kind of like that, I think. Kind of like that. Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Put this back on here now. Oh, things are happening. Yeah. Oh, goddamn. God dang. Now, I think I want to put, that's the top hole, making sure we're good. I want to put the losing this configuration. Oh, I didn't check the horn to make sure it kind of fit into that guy, but let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll be fine. There's a little metal ring on the bench. I might try to zoom in on this and not. But it is. So, there's a couple more screws. Next will be the horn. This little guy. He said the pause one, but I don't really see anything that tells me which one is pause or neg. So, man, one back a bit. Again, won't even know if it's going to work anyways because the horn didn't work in the first place. So, beep, beep, beep. We'll just hook one up and, well, you know, when we go to actually diagnose it, we'll figure something else out. Make sure it's working off the switch. But for now, you can go in there kind of like so. Actually, I might need a little ring. To be quite honest, I may need that ring. Because it doesn't really fit. It just kind of sits there. So, I think that ring has to be put on in between the steering wheel and whatnot. So, I'm going to pull this back off and put that ring in. Hick. That's alright. Sometimes it's just the way she goes. Going for number 5. And actually, I wonder if I can just slip that ring in and just rotating the steering wheel out of the way. We'll try that. Good have you. Well, first grab a drink. We'll grab this little ring. It's got these little nubs on the side that locate into these little notches in here. You can kind of see it on this side, on that side. Now my hope is that I can do this. Yeah. Maybe. It doesn't really want to do it. So I don't risk wrecking this. We'll just pull it off. That'll be easier. Take you off. You off the side. We'll get this guy situated. Now, does it matter which way? I don't think so. Oh, cast in there. It doesn't really like to sit in there too flush. I don't really like that. Kind of sits there, but it's still not great. I don't like that. I don't like it. So, let's stand it down. That's better. I'm happy about that. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing back together. Relatively quick amount of time because I am, well, you know, as anything would tell, just as I speak about it, the battery may be dying in a couple of seconds. Boom! Battery dies. Right then and there. Alright, back to it though. We gotta charge battery. This little ring now fits in here just a little bit better. Still got a little bit of a nub, but it shouldn't interfere with anything now. Alright, now we'll put this back on here and finish this off. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. We got that tightened on there. Ooh, nice and solid. Ring doesn't move anymore. Let's check out the little horn, see how it fits in there now. Attach that. Again, whether or not it works or not, who knows? Shut that guy in that. Oh. Got a little tab to fit in there. Huh. Doesn't really fit in there. Wow. It fits loose without the ring. It fits too tight with the ring. We have a dilemma. How do we fix this? Well, I'll have to take it back off again. That was gonna suck. The ring just well. I guess we'll take it back off again. Whoa, almost dropped that one. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ah! But I did drop the tool. Somewhere down there. Well. Okay, so, well, let's try this again. So it does fit just a little bit loose in there, hey? Not ideal. What would we do? It's kind of tight in there, but if it doesn't fit in enough, it won't really matter too much. Well, we're going to put it back on here like this anyways. The horn doesn't work no matter what, so heck it, you know? Just heck it, man. Another one, and whoop, and a yeah, and a whoop, and don't forget the last little yeah. All right, horn may be fit now. Yeah, that will fit any better than it did last time, but hey, what the heck? She's still just a little jiggler. Doesn't do much, but you know. We'll figure something out. Whether it be taking this little ring and I'm sure I could chuck this up in the lathe, make it fit. Kind of have a little bit of an edge there. What if that... I don't know. We'll see. It is kind of offset a bit. But if I take a little skim off this, I think we'll be able to make it fit around there. Or, again, a little bit of tape. Kind of hold it in place a little bit better. But, overall, pretty happy with this. See how it drives there tomorrow. Alright, everyone. That was fun. But it's about time to head for bed. It's about 10:30 now. So, we'll drive this to the shop tomorrow, and I guess we'll have to deal with that. Maybe if we even trim down these little guys a bit to fit into that ring. But that'll be for another day. Because right now, I'm tired. I have to wait for the battery charge, so what it is. This thing's frickin' cool. Serialnine. Thanks, boys. Appreciate the cool steering wheel. I'm just gonna put that back in there. There we go. Good to go. We'll sort that out. Hey, so we're back. Probably doesn't feel too long for you guys, but it's another day. Got this thing all figured out. Did a little bit of trimming on a couple of these tabs. Cleaned all the edges on this thing up because they were had some sharp edges. But now, locks together just nicely. So that should do the trick to hold the horn in place. Now it shouldn't fall out if I tap it. So we're going to go put this thing in and finish her up. But we got to pull this back off one more time. So we get this little metal ring situated back in there. And then we'll be good to go. Don't forget to support the steering wheel with your knees. It's always the best course of action, I believe. And you will, little guy, lock them into place. Those little tabs. That should do the trick. How about you? Make sure we go back in that top hole. Even though now it's technically off to the side. Ooh. Like that. And then a little bit like that. We got to make sure we get this nice and aligned here. Tilt my head a bit so we can make sure we get this nice and straight. Oh yeah, that was way better. Well, that passed the test already. Stayed in there. Excuse me. Nice. Installation's done. Looks freaking cool. Was driving around today with it. Steering wheel feels real nice in the hand. It's got a good position for it. These little bumps are kind of neat. Little grippy boys. Little grips. This weight's pretty sweet. This steering wheel's sick. But that concludes this install. We got her all done. Yeah, now time to just enjoy it. Thanks for checking out me putting this steering wheel in. I'll be doing some other things here and there, you know. We'll see what's up. We got some front bushings to do at some point.
here, and then you got the angle kit as well. And then at some point, the rear bushing should show up for the differential, and then we can do those. And it should be a good little ripper. See if we can drift this thing around a little bit. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, that's enough for this one. Thanks again to the guys from Serialnine. They made a pretty wicked little steering wheel here. I'm glad I got one. Peace out.
So I guess one final thing. Don't forget to hook this back up, or else you're going to have a bad time tomorrow morning when you go to start your car and it doesn't start. You know? There's that wrench. There's that wrench. Ah, there we go. Done. Cool. That's for another day. Alright guys, again, have yourselves a good night. See you on the flip side.